All right, good afternoon. Here we are, finishing the day up about $173 on the day. I traded a bunch of stocks, 7 different stocks. There's just so much moving today. A bit overwhelming, but it's good that we've been seeing some momentum the past 2 days after a pretty long cold streak the past month or so. So, a lot moving today. However, I feel like today could have been a bigger green day. Could have been a massive green day. Same with yesterday. It could have had a bigger green day. But at least for today, I gave a lot back on GOEV. So that set me back. I was up 250, 260 on GOEV. And then as soon as it failed to break 5, I was sizing in for the break of 5. I took a pretty nasty loss, about $100, 100 to $150 off the table, off the top, and then started to kind of make that back throughout the day. But if I never really took that loss, today could have been another $300 day for sure. And who knows, if I would have caught some moves pre-market, I could be up even more. But so I'll show you these trades on from the morning. It was HSTO. This was the one, as soon as I sat down, this thing was ripping up, breaking through 450, then 475, and then $5. I saw it down here, but I literally just sat down at my desk and this thing just popped up, and I wasn't mentally ready to start trading yet. And so I got in kind of late, 450, taking it off at 460, then getting it back in at 495, but I was too high on this red candle, so I realized I was in too high and I started closing for a small loss. And then that put me red on the stock, and I just never got back into the stock, and I had a nice front side. Now it didn't capitalize on any of it, and so that's disappointing because did give a really good move, and it was like as soon as I sat down, it was perfect. But ever since this one time, as soon as I sat down, I took one trade, and taking like a huge loss is like definitely sets your day off at the wrong foot. So like since then, this was back in the GameStop days. I just sat down at 7 a.m., took a massive loss on GameStop. Ever since then, my goal is to sit down and kind of get my head straight first before I start trading. And then so I tried starting trading HSTO up here, maybe for some continuation. Here for a panic dip buy off the low, got a couple cents there on 460 shares. And then here I went for a pullback here off the 9 EMA, however it did fail. And then here again at 68 off the bounce of the 9 EMA, looking for a move up to 6, fell through the 9 EMA, took a 20-cent loss there. And then some more backside trading here off the lows. Here, 4 cents on this candle, 2 cents on that candle. So, all in all, I think, I was red on HSTO, and then at the open, didn't give any opportunity. But yeah, down $20 on HSTO. Then INDO was the next winner that started popping up with the nice front side. I didn't see it until this pullback here. Got a quick 6 cents there, and then added for the break of 8. Got the break of 8 for about 25 cents. Very small share size though, only 100 shares. So I definitely left a lot of money on the table there. Then on this pullback to 813, scalped a quick 7 cents there. And then here we had a consolidation and popped up again, breaking over 840. I actually got shaken out at this point here, and then I jumped back in for the break of 850. And it was only able to get 1 cent there. And then jumped back again, only getting 1 cent there again. So I did lose. I did not, capitalize fully on this second leg here. But then I did go back in for a dip off here, 300 shares, taking 200 shares off for a 4-cent win. And then here was a nice trade here, panic dip buy off 830, selling 100 shares for a quick 10 cents, holding the rest and then averaging down to 828, and then selling the rest at about a small loss. I actually held this position a little bit too long. I was looking for a bigger bounce off the VWAP. And then here again, scalping off the lows, trying to get something going. But nothing really materializes here. 10 cents there off a panic dip buy at 810 for a reclaim of this previous support. Got a nice retrace back to the 9 EMA. Got a nice 10 cents there. And then here, curled back up through the VWAP. Got a quick scalp through the VWAP. About 6 cents there. And then from there, kind of went backside. I did try doing some, again, backside scalping. 5 cents there. And then I think 1 cent, 4 cents there, 1 cent there, and break even right there. Then INDO didn't give anything from there. It just went backside. It's probably a lot of bag holders from this huge day. It went from $2 to 87. Man, I remember trading this back here. Crazy, crazy, crazy. This was way before I started sizing up, but this was, I think, when I traded INDO back earlier in the year, when the oil stocks were going crazy. I think that I had a $100 day, and I was like ecstatic. That was like the first time I had a $100 day in like over a year. It was like my second $100 day ever when I traded INDO. And now it's what, April, May, June, July. So April, May, June, July. 4 months later, here I am. I'm making $173, and I'm feeling like it's just like a small green day. I had to keep that in mind. Like only a few months ago, it was like if I could even make $100, that would be like my biggest green day ever. So a lot has changed relatively quickly, and I do feel I can do way better too. I feel like I'm still have a lot to learn, a lot to grow. Here, GOEV, I didn't trade anything pre-market. I was a little bit, sketched out about it because it was very choppy here pre-market, very higher float. So the float was over 254 million shares outstanding. So the float is probably around 200 million shares. And yeah, I was a little bit spooked until the open. We just had massive volume. Like this candle had almost 4 million shares traded in one candle. And then from there we had a lot of 1 to 2 to 3 million shares per candle traded. So I thought this was the one to watch, and I was doing really well on it. Here I had a scratch at the open. Net scratch on the first 1 minute candle. 3 cent win there. 1 cent win there. I was trying to anticipate the red to green move and break through the pre-market high, which we did get. Here I did shake myself out for about 10 or 15 cents there until I got back in after we did hold the highs up here. Got in at 82, 1,500 shares. So that's about $7,500 position size or $7,000 position size. Got 2 cents there. Getting back in, I'm sized way up. Like I'm taking $1,000, 1,500 share positions, and then much more later, actually in a couple minutes. But got 2 cents there, 1 cent there, on 1,000 shares. Another 2 cents on 1,000 shares. Quick $20. Here, 2 cent loss on 500 shares. Still holding. Okay, I did sold for the rest for a loss there, then added back at 82 as it held the 9 EMA, and then I started closing off for a small gain. And then for the break of this high at 497 is where I started sizing up. So I got in 3,000 shares at 95. It kind of struggled up in this area. I did take half off for about break even. And then the rest off for at 4.99, 4.97, 4.99 too. So about 1,000 off at 4.99. So I was about, for 1,000 or 1,500 shares, that was about a 5-cent win. That's a quick 60, 70 bucks there. And then I went back in on the dip here at 4.88 on this backside, and I quickly flipped it for a nice, no, sorry. This was actually a break-even trade. This is when it started going backside. I actually don't really know. I know I was up $225 at some point at the potential break of 5 from the accumulation of all these trades here. I think I just had a lot of small winners on GOEV. If I can take a look here at GOEV. So I had one trade here for $122. So I had not very profitable, but because I took a huge loss on the backside. But I did have a decent trade here. This was for at 933 and 934. Yeah, so this was here. So sizing up here, 250 shares, then adding to another 250 shares, then adding 1,000 shares at 76, and then adding at 83. Yeah, so this was not the sell of this candle. So this was the start of a new position. This I sold before I bought. So I got in first position at 67, 467. Then I added at 73 for the break through the high. Then I added again at 76 for the break through the high. So I was holding the highs. And then I was in about 1,000 shares and then started taking it off in this area at 87. So 87 share, 87. So that's about 10 cents on 1,000 shares. And so that gave me a nice $100, $120 profit there. And then here on the backside here on GOEV was just a disaster. I just tried to look for anticipating like a 5-minute consolidation, maybe a breakthrough 5. I thought it looked good for a retrace back to 5. So I was trying to get in on a low, but it just kept dipping and kept dipping. Had to keep cutting my small losses, and it just grew into a giving back pretty much all of my profits. I was up 125 on the stock, and now I'm only up 21. So I gave back about $100 off the top. Tried to make it back, but didn't really go too well on GOEV. Just the buyers just evaporated. There was no more buyers. And I tried scalping backside, and it just didn't work out. So good thing I cut it before I got red on the stock, because that would have been really frustrating. But so at least it's only $100 off the top, and I'm still nicely green, so there's nothing much to complain about. And then we had, what else did we have? KSPN. I took a couple of trades here on this front side. However, the spreads are still big like they were yesterday. Here I actually got shaken out for the breakthrough 7. Here is a break-even trade. Here is anticipating a breakthrough 720, but shaken out there, but then still holding 100 shares and sold it for a nice 20 cent profit there, which is kind of nice. Here's a quick 6 cent profit for a retest of the high. And then I didn't get back in until the breakdown here of under 9, or for a bounce off 9, scalp it for, that's actually about break even, maybe a 1 cent win there. KSPN, nothing much. ORMP, had a trade here anticipating a retrace back to the high. Didn't happen though. I got in the low here, taking some profits, adding back on a dip, taking some profits, adding on a dip, taking some profits. I was looking for a break over 11.90 and up to 12, but we didn't get that at all. So here again, I went off another backside dip, just a panic dip buy, looking to take quick profits as soon as I'm green. Here I saw that we're reclaiming the support level, so I got in 100 shares and taking some quick profits for a quick gain there. That was it on ORMP, finishing that one up $31. And we have BHAT and Acon. So BHAT, I think I only took one trade here. Power Hour, I came back here, break even. Did stop, got shaken out for break even here, which was good because it was a really messy right there. And then it popped back up pretty strong, kind of holding this level. So I went ahead and looked for that break back over $4. Here I got shaken out here a little bit, but then I did get back in. And holding for that breakthrough $4, which I did get a nice sell up there at 406. Only small profits on that, only a quick $6 or so. So my big one was INDO, which didn't even hold up the best. The tricky thing about, here I was looking for a breakout of 116, didn't get it. The tricky thing about today was all the stocks that were moving were just like, they would pop and drop. HSTO, GOEV, INDO, KSPN. Look at KSPN. Huge sell-off here. Pretty nasty. You got caught into that. So very, very kind of sketchy. I mean, there was definitely a lot of opportunity, but there was definitely a lot of opportunity to be read today. So I think I did the good thing about managing my risk. But there was, HSTO, I definitely regret not trading this more aggressively on the front side. And GOEV, I definitely regret getting back in on the back side here. That's just hindsight. And KSPN did give a good move as well. But I thought this one was really tricky today. Just because of the front side. It was very, because of the spreads, it was kind of like choppy. I would say it would be kind of choppy. So all in all, I mean, happy to be green. Definitely could have been a bigger green day if I did size up a little bit or I didn't give back my profits on GOEV. But it is what it is. I can't really complain because I know there's a lot of traders out there who didn't do too well, probably red or very, very small green, and definitely have some more regret than I do because at least I was able to hold on to the profits that I did make. Not to say that's a bad thing for the people who didn't. It could always be worse. If you gave back only your profits, that's good. If you're small red, that's good. But if you're massively red, then there's definitely a lot to learn today. There's definitely a lot to learn in risk management and your entries. You got to be very careful with your entries. A lot of stuff to get caught in today. So all in all, very tricky day. So hopefully the momentum does pick up for the rest of the week. My goal today is just to get some rest and wake up nice and fresh tomorrow. The past 2 days, I haven't been very fresh. I've been very, very tired in the morning, and that has been kind of weighing on my my mental capital, I could say. I've been running out of my mental capital pretty quickly in the day, and I'm just by 10 o'clock, I'm my eyes are very tired, and I don't know, I'm just very kind of foggy for the rest of the day. So my main goal is just to get a good night's sleep and be well rested for tomorrow, because I have a feeling this momentum is going to be here to stay for the rest of the week. And I want to be back here tomorrow early, nice and ready to capitalize on some more momentum. So keeping the green streak alive. Hope you guys did well today. If you guys are still watching, please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment down below. Also, there's a couple links in the description to the Discord, as well as a website, Trade Journal, where you can log and review your trades for free. So, some good resources. So, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. All right. See you guys later.